meets today to set up convention committees, and as a rider apologized to Nigerians for holding neck meeting in Federal Escort Council chamber. You can't dictate to Buhari where to hold meetings. Presidency replies, PDP orders.
All right, we have this one. PDP to Ize Iyamu. Tell us good things Oshiomhole said about you. And we also have Clark endorses Dixon for Bayelsa West senatorial by-election, page 24 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Just now, he said he didn't mean it. He did not mean it. He just said it. He didn't mean it.
Well, you have to weigh your words.
He did not mean it.
It
was just politics. He didn't mean it. Aviation, Oyema, 6 bailout, says airfares will rise. Details on page 26 of the Punch newspaper.
Well, those that travel by air should be able to afford any increase. Those that travel perpetually by air.
Okay, perpetually by air. Thanks for adding that word.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Some people are actually managing to travel by air.
Well, our minds go out to those ones. I think you know who I'm talking about.
Sure. We know them.
All right. Okay, the banner head of the Nigerian Tribune. Dollar scarcity forces airlines to jack up fare. Adopt 460 naira to a dollar exchange rate. That's on page 5 of the Nigerian
460.
460. It's almost 500.
The last time this happened, it affected everything. Around 2016, thereabout. Well, we pray we are able to manage this well.
For lots of the looming recession.
I mean, one should just not. It's better imagined than experienced. Wadume, Balarabe's troops tortured me until I fainted, says survivor. And that's on page 8 of the Punch News. That's a policeman that survived. Kai. They tortured him until he fainted.
You know, it seems Wadume himself is singing like a canary now.
I mean, at least anything to get him some, at least remove some years from whatever amount of years they were eventually sentenced him to.
Because many Nigerians are thinking that, well, shielding the soldiers, but perhaps Wadume himself too will end up being shielded. But the man keeps on singing, and you begin to wonder, well, where is this whole thing going? And in the case of the soldiers who are believed to have been shielded, where is the chief of army staff? Where is the chief of defense staff? Why have they been quiet in all this? Why have they not been providing answers to Nigerians as to why, if indeed it is the military that has refused to make these men available for trial? Why have they not said anything thus far?
Well, that's a question for them to answer. Because we know they are in the country, we know they are around, but they've decided to just keep mum.
And this is a big issue, if you ask me.
And don't forget, it's also now, on the table of the Attorney General of the Federation. He's now directly in charge. So, we just hope that, justice will be done,
well, the man has
and is seen to be done.
The man has accused the military authorities directly that they are the ones refusing to make them available for trial. So the military should say something.
All right. No going back on petrol price control. PPPRA insists. And it is on page 26 of the Punch newspaper.
This one, Ajimobi, wife tackles Oyo deputy governor on family's treatment. Governors associates pay last respects. I want to attend events at the burial of the former governor of Oyo State, Senator Abiola Ajimobi, yesterday.
Stories also here. Ajimobi's wife buried, Makinde, ex-governor, Oyo governor, buried. That's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
A speculation linking me to presidential ambition a distraction. That's coming from Governor Wike of Rivers State. Page 2.
Okay, so he has decided he will not be contesting. Somebody said he has not decided.
Well, the man has 9 lives. The probable cast with 9 lives.
Well, don't worry. Dayo Gumbali has decided I'm not contesting. Don't worry. I'm not contesting. Okay, well. I don't know about you.
I will ditto for me.
Oh, okay, all right. Because everybody is saying that.
But this former Secretary General of the UN once said, he said there is always a space for you to change your mind. Remember when he said that he wasn't going to seek a second term as the UN scribe, and then he came to say
the space.
in fact, he was very explicit. He said his precise words were, "Only a fool doesn't change his mind." Those were his words when he was taking up that, you said so thing at a particular time that you are not seeking re-election as UN Secretary General.
Politics is the same everywhere, even at the level of UN. I mean, it's just obvious. I mean, the same guy who is not interested. All right.
So Wike can change his mind.
Of course, we understand how this thing runs now. 13 vessels coming from 5 COVID-19 endemic nations. Bros, what are you announcing to us now? Nimasa. Say 13 vessels are coming from 5 COVID-19 endemic nations, says Nimasa. Page 26 of the Punch newspaper.
There should be protocols to ensure that they don't bring COVID-19 with their cargo.
You don't need to be announcing to us. Just do the right thing.
Troops kill several bandits, rescue kidnapped victims in Katsina, Zamfara. Page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay.
Sounds encouraging.
Say well done to them. We need more of that. Let's route these guys out of the country. We don't need them. We don't want them. ANEC lists tough conditions for campaign rallies in Edo, Ondo. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
Controversies troll July 1 commencement of electricity tariff regime. Page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune. Yesterday it was in the news that consumers were issuing a stern warning.
Yes, now. Inside all of this thing. Tariff hike of all things.
Like we keep saying, for services were not rendered. Mostly.
Ekiti Assembly denies colluding with Ojudu against Fayemi. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper. And when I saw this yesterday, somebody said, I hope somebody is not about to lose his position. I said, where? Said, when State House of Assembly is being indicted on things like this, the speaker would have started preparing his, how governors, when they notice, Mr. Man, you are supposed to be on my side. You are supporting someone. I hope we will not hear news from that State House of Assembly very soon. But then, Ekiti Assembly denies colluding with Ojudu against Fayemi. Page 9 of the Punch newspaper.
We'll see how it plays out. Disquiet in immigration over Babandere's alleged illegal stay in office. Page 28 of the Nigerian Tribune. We'll get to see what that's all about.
Okay. We have Onwodo kicks as new Ohanaeze leadership registers with CAC. Page 7 of the Punch newspaper.
Now some crime and human angle stories. 61-year-old man arrested for allegedly impregnating daughter in Lagos. Another nabbed for defrauding own 14-year-old daughter. And a man beaten to death while playing football in Osun. On the crime page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
The same 61-year-old case is here. 61-year-old man arrested for impregnating daughter in Lagos. Abba. Page 5 of the Punch newspaper is something else. Well, that's the COVID-19 update for this week. Today, Monday, 29th of June, 2020. COVID-19 update. Confirmed cases in Nigeria stands at 24,567. Total discharged, 9,007. Deaths, 565. Breakdown according to states, you have Lagos with 10,144. FCT, 1,792. Kano, 1,200. Osun, 116. Oyo, 1,306. Edo, 962. Ogun, 782. Kwara, 217. Katsina, 549. Bauchi, 500. Kaduna, 703. Akwa Ibom, 86. Delta, 912. Ekiti, 43. Ondo, 244. Enugu 261. Rivers 1056. Niger 84. Benue 47. Anambra 71. Borno 486. Jigawa 317. Plateau 337, Bayelsa 185, KB 76, Zamfara 76, Yobe 59, Abia 302, Gombe 492, Sokoto 151, Adamawa 84, Taraba 19, Ebonyi 395, Imo 303, Nasarawa 206, and we have Kogi 4. Across the world, the global scale, total confirmed cases stands at 10,197,338, and the death toll across the world is already over 500,000. We have 503,149. COVID-19 update for today.
The 10 million mark globally.
Telling you, sir.
All right, let's take some sports stories. COVID-19, Nadal will be selective on tournaments, says coach. And Barkley ends Ndidi's FA Cup dream. And City will give Liverpool guard of honor, says Odola. That's on page 31, sports page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Also on the sports page of the Punch newspaper, page 27 precisely. MPFL players not good enough for Eagles. Raw says he turned down Mali Congo for Nigeria job. And we have Igalo, a real goal poacher. Soja, that's the coach of the Manchester United team. Van Persie hails Saka over Arsenal's breakthrough. Former Arsenal captain Robin Van Persie hailed our own Bukayo Saka. And we have Manchester United to face Chelsea in FA Cup semis. And finally, Eagles Euro Roundup. Igalo equals 95-year record. Uja Abdullahi scores. And that's about that from the Punch sports page for today. All right, that's it. We think we can take major stories before we're due for break.
Okay, let's start with this one about
dollar scarcity.
That's going to affect things. Dollar scarcity forces airlines to jack up fares, adopt 460 naira to a dollar exchange rate. The scarcity of dollar in the market presently, with no international travelers bringing in convertible foreign currencies, has shut up airfares, with airlines using 460 naira to a dollar rate to bill travelers. The airlines claim that the fare rates being charged on international routes are determined by the exchange rate dictated by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. Prior to now, some Nigerians had queried the basis of the airfares being snapped on the traveling public by the carriers, including the Nigerian carriers operating on the international routes, declaring such fares as too high compared to what is obtained for the same distance in other countries. Now, some of the airlines contracted by the Nigerian Tribune absolve themselves of any deliberate move to charge high fares by declaring that whatever fares they charge were determined by the exchange rate of the day as allowed by the CBN. Corroborating the explanations of the foreign airlines, the Director of Administration and Head of Human Resources at the 7-star hangar, a maintenance, repair and overall MCR company at the Lagos airport, Mr. Sherry Abukari, said currently Nigeria was experiencing shortage of the US dollar, adding that the scarcity would naturally affect exchange rate. The dollar scarcity forces airlines to jack up fares, adopt 460 naira to a dollar exchange rate. Whose fault? Whose fault is? I mean, where I can see blame trading here.
Which is not necessary. I think it's a general thing. It's just that we need to manage it properly. The CBN needs to make money available for these guys, because whether we like it or not, these airlines will need it. Even if you want to, maybe for the side those who run international flights, maybe West Africa or to Europe or to wherever in the world, even if you fill your tank here in Nigeria, by the time you get there, you need to buy. And there are services they need to pay for in all those international airports. Okay, I understand the airpiece want to bring some people from outside the country again yesterday. They will need dollars to buy fuel there. You can't carry naira to those places. So these guys need this money. And for them to be doing what they are doing, most likely they've not been getting access to dollars directly from the CBN. That would most likely be the reason why they are charging, putting it on customers directly, and all that. So I think the best thing we can say is, well, if CBN has the money, because I can't say CBN should just give, they should have, at least we've been borrowing some money, So CBN needs to step in now, because when you begin to see things like this in the newspaper, I'm not even too concerned. Well, I'm concerned. I'm a Nigerian, about the airline and all that, and just like you said, the major people that have the money will pay. But the challenge is this: Madam Haudu in Buro de Change in Sabo, when he sees this kind of thing, by the time he opens his shop this morning, he will most likely sell for 500. If you like, buy. If you like, don't buy. He will not care.
And again, we're bound to see more of things like this. This brings up the question again of stimulus package for the real sector of the economy, for the private sector of the economy, because this thing is going to spread. It's going to extend to that sector too.
So that's why I would have preferred a situation where the central bank meets with these major guys that need this kind of, meet with them, settle with them. It's still 360 now, at least the last time I checked CBN rates. Meet with them, make available the necessary amount they need, not the one they will use to do money laundering. Make the one available for business, so that it will at least cushion that area. And those who now want to begin to order for things on the international, those commerce websites, they will know they are paying on their own. But for businesses like this, it's very, very important that government comes in to just provide that buffer, else it will spread. And the way it will spread is this: the mobile phone we buy from China, all those small things, of course we are import dependent anyway. The truth is that in the next 1 month, if we are not careful, all those things coming in, everybody now, it will just become a standard 460.
I know one thing that worries me again is the fact that we've had impact and brazen committees. We've had several
the Osinbajo led committee and all the reports that they submitted
for things like this, and yet see what we are saying now. It shows that nothing
for it to make it to the papers. Is unfortunate. Federal government needs to stand up and do something very, very urgently. We cannot afford another hike in prices of goods and services. So that's the truth.
So we let the problems happen, then we begin to. That's why the fact that we saw it coming.
This is avoidable. Seriously, airlines are not yet started. Although I know people have started booking, for those that have started, but we can still nip this in the bud. This can still be managed. We hope the necessary people are doing the necessary things right now. We want to give them that benefit of doubt, because if this persists till Friday, let's be sincere with ourselves. Those who have market already, they will just start readjusting the prices. That's what will happen, because you bought something at 360 to a naira, you heard that it's now selling for 460. Everybody will adjust now, so that they won't run into debts. But I believe the CBN can do something. I believe they can do something, and we expect them to do it in good time. APC caretaker panel meets today to set up convention committees. The All Progressive Congress caretaker extraordinary National Convention Planning Committee will be holding its inaugural meeting today, Monday. Punch gathered that the caretaker committee would, at the meeting, which would be held at the APC National Secretariat Abuja, set up subcommittees as part of preparations for the party's congresses and the National Convention. Among the subcommittees expected to be set up are finance and publicity subcommittees, etc. You can't dictate to Buhari where to hold meetings. Presidency replies critics. Meanwhile, the presidency has said since the president lives in the presidential villa, Abuja, no one can dictate to him where he can hold meetings within the within the premises. I saw a short interview yesterday where one of the spokespersons, precisely, Malam Garabashe, was on TV, and they were asking him, "Okay, this is not the first time you'll be working in the villa. You've worked with somebody in the villa before. Give us one time other than this that the person in charge in the villa, the president, has convened a political party meeting
in the villa."
Guess what now? Yeah, the smart guy. He just brought up one thing. Say, after all, we are the one living there. You know, yeah, it's the person that is living there that will use it. Yeah. I shook my head. I said, this life, you know. But then I'm not a judge. I'm just saying what I saw. You know, I felt bad. He could not actually answer the question directly. He couldn't, you know. But I think some things should not be done. That's the truth.
Well, I don't know, but at state level, sometimes you find governors holding political meetings at government house,
and we need to start talking about it. Really. That's why I said what should not be done should not be done. You notice I didn't mention any part. I mean, I'm trying to say I think we should begin to hold our leaders accountable. We should, because the truth is, you know, we said at state level, some governors, until we start talking about it,
they'll tell you it's party matters, and they'll probably tell you it's none of your business. But in election time, well,
almost everything happens.
And almost everything about the party becomes your business as a member of the electorate.
You know, we just need to make some demands as the people. This is not about any party. I'm just saying that we should begin to, you know, accountability. Let's begin to demand it from government across board. It's pretty important. I'm talking about it. Okay, yeah.
But come to think of it, why didn't they use the party secretariat? Why didn't the president? There must have been a reason for that.
He said, no, okay, let me give you one excuse. He said, you know, when we are there in the party secretariat, sometimes with all the AC and all that, people will be sweating, you know.
COVID-19.
Okay. There's also a story that follows directly with that ABC caretaker panel meeting. INEC lists tough conditions for campaign rallies in Edo and Ondo. You know, they decided to adopt conventional social media for campaigns. INEC tells parties, I adopt conventional and social media for campaigns, that they shouldn't do rallies and all that. Okay, let me just take one or two paragraphs because it's directly connected. The Independent National Electoral Commission, amid rising COVID-19 cases in the country on Sunday, set criteria that must be met by political parties before holding the public rallies for the Edo and Ondo State governorship polls. The Commission's National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education, Festus Okoye, in an interview with one of the correspondents in Abuja, said before holding any rally, political parties must give INEC a 7-day notice. The criteria it was gathered were aimed at preventing the spread of COVID-19 at the rallies, while condemning a concert held by a hip-hop artist Aziz Fashola alias Naramali at the Jabi Lake Mall, Abuja, on June 13. The Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 on June 15 warned Nigerians to avoid rallies of any category. INEC lists tough conditions for campaign rallies. But can they do campaign? All right.
Yeah. If you ask me, I don't see how INEC would, unless the parties themselves are determined, I don't see how INEC would be able to introduce some measure of control on how they run their campaigns. This is Nigeria.
Even Brother Donald, the rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are talking election, yes, sir. I'm just being sincere. Let's tell ourselves the truth. How will these people manage it? I think the challenge with INEC now is to begin to work with NCDC and all that, how they can manage the crowd. But that they should not hold it.
And I also think there should be inter-party meetings, because now the APC is the ruling party. Now by the time you say you want to enforce or oversee how opposition parties run their campaigns, of course they'll start insinuating that we probably the APC wants to be overbearing, they don't want them to run their campaigns properly. So I think there should be meetings, inter-party meetings, where these parties can...
There's an organization called IPAC. Yeah, Inter-Party Advisory Council.
They should be active about now.
This is when they should be working. We'll take one more story before we go on the break.
All right, let's take the Ajimobi burial story. Ajimobi buried, wife tackles Oyo deputy governor on family's treatment. Now, the remains of a former Oyo State Governor, Senator Abiola Ajimobi, were on Sunday morning laid to rest at his Oluyole residence in Ibadan, the state capital, amid tight security. Clerics, including the chief imam of Ibadan, Sheikh Abdulgani Agbotomokekere, Sheikh Muhyiddin Bello, and the chairman, Muslim community of Oyo State, Alhaji Kunle Sani, offered prayers before Ajimobi's body was laid in the grave. Aside Islamic clerics, close members of his immediate family witnessed the burial. Party faithful and other loyalists of the state politician who wanted to witness the burial were not allowed into the residence, as movements in and out of the neighborhood were controlled while the burial lasted. Meanwhile, fast forward, addressing the dignitaries who paid a condolence visit in her Oluyole residence, Mrs. Ajimobi bemoaned politicking and controversy around her husband's death, noting that she abhorred any attempt to tarnish his image. In particular, she chided the state government for not making adequate efforts to reach out to her while the former governor was in the hospital or send her a condolence message after his death. She held that the late Ajimobi, having served as governor for 2 terms, was deserving of being respected as a statesman by the current government. Now, taking on the deputy governor, Mr. Rauf Olaniyan, who was among those who visited, Mrs. Ajimobi rebuffed Olaniyan's arguments that he called her. While Olaniyan posited that it was Mrs. Ajimobi that did not pick his call, the widow replied that Olaniyan should have sent a text message. Though she said she was unaware of the need to formally inform Makinde's government of her husband's hospitalization or demise, Mrs. Ajimobi said nothing warranted her husband's name being smeared in the media. Now, there's a response here from the side of the Oyo State government. It says, one Nigerian Tribunal, however, gathered that all efforts made by the governor to take care of his predecessor was stalled. A source in the note told the Nigerian Tribune that Governor Makinde, on hearing of the sickness of his predecessor, asked one of his special advisors to make contact and establish the true situation. The said advisor got in contact with the top government official in Lagos State. After attempts to reach the former first lady failed, the intervention of the said government official, sources said, led to the communication of the phone number of a personal physician to Ajimobi to the advisor, who transferred the same to Governor Makinde. It was gathered that through the State Commissioner for Health, the governor got in contact with the said physician, who happens to be the wife of a politician and former office holder in the Ajimobi government. The doctor was, however, stopped from seeing the governor by her husband.
We're due for commercial break. When we're back from the break, we'll discuss the stories and more. Don't go anywhere.
Are you aware that you can now obtain your certificate of occupancy in just 60 days under the Oyo State Home Owners Charter Scheme, OYHOC? Just buy the OYHOC recharge card for 6,000 naira only from the Office of Lands in the local government, LCDA, or at the Secretariat, Agodi. Register your application by following instructions on the back of the recharge card, as the PIN number on the recharge card is the application number, and only applications with a vital PIN will be processed. The good news is that CFO processing fee for various types of properties are affordable and can be paid instrumentally. Not only that, your CFO can be used for bank loan or any financial transaction. It is now digitalized, so information on it can be accessed anytime, anywhere in the world. Hurry up! This offer is only available to the 31st of December 2020. For further inquiries, call 0700-696-52637.
ṣé ọ̀nà fún àyà tàbí inú rẹ̀ ń gbóná ni inú rẹ̀ ń dàrú? Andrews liver salt ń gbógun ti inú kíkún àti àyà títa ní wàrà ń ṣẹ̀ṣà. Tí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, lọ rí dókítà rẹ o.
Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
So glad to know you're there. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM, and we're glad you're there listening to us. It's Conversation with Dayo and Tola. Time check 7:03 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. Are you just joining us? I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
And I'm Tola Teriba.
You took a story before we went on break, so that people will not think we ran away
from that story.
Yes. You know, when the story started filtering out, I remember about a week ago I had a discussion with someone who was, part of those close to people in government, and like, what is going on? What is your state doing about our former governor? This is the immediate past governor. He said, we are trying to. That was even before the death rumor at all. There was a rumor death, and all that. That was even long before that. We should do something now. Our isolation center, at least the Olodo isolation center is acclaimed to be one of the best, in the country and all that, by the NCDC DG himself. Are you telling me we can't do? Say, no, that the family is in charge and they are handling it well, but that the state government. I remember, if I can get the publication out now, it was published. There was, signed by the CPS, the Chief Press Secretary, to the governor, Taiwo Adisa, then, that they made attempts, but it's like the family wanted it privately, handled. Okay.
It also states here that the governor put calls to the former first lady. The attempt was not successful, and he did not stop at that. He also got in touch with the Lagos State governor, finally told the Lagos State governor, Governor Seyi Makinde, now, he said, my brother, I leave everything in your hands. Look after him for us as a state, and if there is anything I should do, I am just a phone call away.
Wow. So, one can say most likely, the Oyo State government and the state governor made attempts, but permit me to be on the side of the woman a bit. She is grieving.
She is grieving.
Yeah.
She is grieving.
People say a lot of things when they are grieving. That's the truth. Let's give her that benefit of doubt.
And to also cut her some slack, she did say that she was not aware that the appropriate thing to do was to pass information regarding late Senator Ajimobi's illness.
Tola, if you really want to be sincere, going by information that have emanated in the last 48 hours about them even almost being duped of some money and all that, I will be sincere with you. If that happened to anyone, the person will be seriously disheveled. You'll be disturbed. Taking some steps at some times may not actually be the number one thing on your mind. That's the truth. And that's why I said, please, let's cut her slack. She is grieving. As much as we might even want to berate the state governments too, the deputy governor was there. And for those who may not know, the deputy governor that we have currently worked under Governor Abiola Ajimobi as head of an agency. So the relationship is not that he's deputy governor with Seyi Makinde. No. There was an existing, in fact, there is an existing relationship, with the first family or the former first family in Oyo State. So he's somebody, Engineer Rauf Olani, is somebody that if he appears at the gates in Oluyole, Madam will recognize him, not just because he's deputy governor. And
I think it's one of the basis of that maybe Madam now said,
you deputy governor, even you
call me,
and all that. And the man stood up and said, no, Madam, I called you twice and all that. But in all of this, I think maybe this will help for people to just douse the tension and out there. Please, this woman is grieving. She has the right to grieve. You can't tell people how they grieve, But I think it's clear. Yes, it has come out to clear in the air that we made attempts, and for God's sake, the deputy governor was there. So to a very large extent, we understand that side. And
I think both the state government and the Ajimobi family agree on one thing: the need for people to stop politicking with this matter.
It's very important. Very, very important. Can we just let this go and allow the woman grieve in peace? Seriously, I keep coming back to that point. If you have ever lost a loved one, you will know what this could mean. This is our husband, okay? Yes, he was our governor, but can we just free the woman? Okay? Let's settle other things. I know people will want to talk when we open the phone line about the land issue and all that. He has been buried. So let's leave the others out of the matter and allow the woman. She deserves to grieve the way she desires, and I think we should allow her that opportunity. Oyo State has cleared the hair. They visited, they made attempts.
Even on the issue of the land controversy, explanations have been made.
I think the most important thing is, may Governor Biola Ajimobi's soul rest in peace. That's the most important thing. Let's move on, from that. Time check, 7:07 a.m. Destination time, 7:30 a.m. Can we open the phone lines? Yes. I can see a lot of people shouting. We want to talk. Yes, it's your time. 08055 009850. 08055 009850. God will help me today. The comments I'm seeing on Facebook here today. We will try. Okay, we have a very first caller here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Dayo Tola.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Azika Bola from Oluyole, sir.
Nice to have you. Please go ahead briefly, 60 seconds.
Yes, I will brief. Please, about what is going on in Asoro. There are many illegality that are going on in this country, certainly. So I don't know when you are going to put a stop to all these things. Secondly, on Nadina there, once again I want to communicate with the wife of the governor, former governor, that may his soul rest in perfect peace. Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making that brief. 08055009850. That's the number to join. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. I didn't get that name well, sir.
Alalade.
Please go ahead, sir.
Of Akwara State.
Go ahead, sir. Please call back. We would like to hear you. Calls keep dropping calls.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. Mr. Dayo and Mr. Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Ishola from Okaka.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
Please, I want to make mention of the dollar scarcity. I just want the government to do something before prices. Now you'll be hearing the shoemaker and the woman selling the pepper.
You remember 2016? Exactly.
Yes. God will bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. But even the person selling what you know you can plant behind your house, you say it's dollar that is expensive. Something must be done.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning. You are too close to your radio set. Okay. Yeah, Monsura, please go ahead.
Yeah, Monsura calling from Ogumosho.
Okay, please go ahead, ma.
I want to comment about dollar rising.
Okay.
When the dollar rising, there is problem in economy in Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate that. 08055 009850. 08055. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
This is Aruna from Odoro Gomosho.
Nice to have you, sir.
How was the night, sir?
Very fine.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, I don't have much to say this morning. I just want to comment on the Ajumabi's death, that may Almighty God forgive his shortcomings.
Amen.
And you know the funny thing, in the match against Chelsea, that my friend from Adonai, Mr. Adetoye, is a Chelsea fan and also Manchester United fan.
Okay.
So we are going to meet in the semi-final.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. Really appreciate your call. 08055009850. Let me see what I can do with Facebook. Matthew Olaliro on Facebook saying, I can be on my Jimobi Sonreo. Yes, so from Ilero. We have Nafisat Sulaiman on Facebook. I commiserate with the family and Nigeria at large on the demise of a former governor, Jimobi. May God bless him in his death. Ekweto Dayo and Tola. Humo Amza from Banco Lodo, thank you so much. Oluyole Shayatonic saying, good morning. My guys there and I feel it's grossly inhumanity and callousness to even consider, let alone think of implementing the new electricity tariff. These guys are not in tune with reality. I must say at this time, what level of insensitivity? Go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Grandma, good morning, ma.
Good morning, ma.
How are you? How was the weekend?
Fine, thank you, ma.
We thank God. In the first place, the CDM should act fast so that we will not die of hunger, because everything will be scarce and expensive. Secondly, if Malami stay there with Wadumi, Let him resign. I don't have any confidence in the man. He has betrayed us. How can a policeman be tortured till he fainted? Is that righteous? God bless Nigeria, but let them remember. God dey o, Ọlọ́run wà láyé o, ó wà láyé tí ń wo kálukú wa o, ìjọ kan á sì kú àkèrè wa. Ó dàbọ̀. Wonderful week.
Amen. Thank you so much, Grandma. Hey, the Tiger Kisomi on Facebook. The frivolous electricity tariff is a cod swallow, acrimonious, aberrant decrepitude, vapid, pernicious, bismarck, a contemptuous, obstreperous, obscurant. Okay, all right. Okay, in the Tiger Kisomi. Thank you so much. Ojiku to Abiodu, also on Facebook. Good morning, dear auntie. Good job, guys. COVID-19 keep on increasing. God have mercy on us. Amen. From Ogumosh, Adiola Sunday. Good morning, Tola, and happy new week, guys. On Wadume case, hope it won't be like that of Evans. Okay. On school reopening, happy resumption to all teachers in your state. Yeah, it's teachers, not students. Samuel Iyanoluwa Omotara. I commend the effort of Sheyi Makinde in tackling the pandemic, but I want to urge him to have a second thought on school resumption. Olabi Basit Olalikon. Good morning, Mr. Diane Tola. Basit Olabi from Alaga. Oh, that's all. Thank you so much. We go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tola and Dayo.
Morning, sir.
Andrew from Ogumoso.
Okay, Mr. Andrew, go ahead.
Yeah, briefly, I just want to comment on the saga between the deputy governor and the former first lady. I want to say from your comment, I think she's reacting based on the data. She reacted based on the fact that the deputy governor was part of the family. Let me just put it that way before. So maybe she expected that he could have done more, even if any other person decided to play politics with it. I think that is the angle I sit for.
Most likely.
Then the issue of this fathers raping and all these things. I think the high time the scientists waiting. I think it is more. It's good beyond all these things. Maybe something is ravaging. Maybe people are suffering from something, maybe whatever, because it's becoming on and becoming. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew from Ogbomosho. Really appreciate that. Samuel Iyanoluwa. Okay, I think we took that already. Okay. More comments keep dropping. Okay, keep them coming. We'll do our best. Oluwaseun Kikiola Okanla also on Facebook. Happy New Week, Mr. D&T. Your head is there. Oh yes, he's there. He's there. Commiserate with the family of Ajimobi. God console them. This increase in COVID-19 is getting uncontrollable. Olorun Agba, wow, too sure. Okay, thank you, too sure. Agbomojo Wolewa from Ogbomosho. Good morning, Mr. Diantola. 60 years old man got a daughter, 61 actually, got a daughter pregnant. What makes the daughter not to have voice out before now? Don't blame the daughter. The rapist is never. We are talking about a victim here. A big shame on the man. How much will you give a lot to sleep? Okay. Are you suggesting? Okay. I beg my chief judge, give him 60 years in prison. His age. Okay.
60 plus 60.
Kayo Deolaoye, also on Facebook, saying, good morning, Mr. Diane Tola. Well done. So I commiserate with the family of Ajimobi. Adem Lola Balogun, good morning, Mr. D&T. May Ajimobi so rest in peace. People should leave Yawo Ajimobi alone. Anybody mourning can do exactly what she has done.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good
My
morning,
name is
sir.
Lemmy from UI.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
My own plea is to the Central Bank of Nigeria. After this pandemic lockdown, there should be some kind of interventions for the informal sector of the economy, such that famine and high cost of goods and services will not send Nigeria to early graves. And I want to commiserate with every member of Ajimobi family and the entire Oyo State for the demise of the late governor of Oyo State.
All right, thank you so much. Your name again from UI?
My name is Lemmy Akebola from UI.
Okay.
Akintola.
Please go ahead. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Phone line is still open 08055 009850. Oh, someone is here.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning,
Good morning,
sir. Oh, Prince. Nice to have you, sir.
I want to advise the federal government. This is not the proper time and appropriate time for them to increase electricity tariff. It is unclear at this time of hardship. Though I want to attack them. Then secondly, on the issue of wife of former governor, that is how it's supposed to be. Somebody that lost his DRS one. He needs to be briefed. So I want to advise people that are concerned to please take her like that. That is how it's supposed to be. They say,
Thank you so much, Prince. That's just about it. I mean, someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Okay, please go ahead, sir.
I don't understand the thing that you said that him of his wife, though, because I just wake up. When I made the radio, I just see you have already read. So I don't understand.
All right, we'll summarize. Thank you so much. You want to help out there?
Well, she was said to have expressed reservations about the way the state government, according to her, treated the family. According to her, she said they didn't get condolence calls from the government, and until her husband died. And the deputy governor was now trying to put up a defense that we called you. And the wife said, we should have sent a text that she couldn't have responded to calls. She did not know as the wife of a politician. Simply that was what transpired. And we are saying that the woman is grieving, and anybody in her position would want to react that way. The government also has explained anyway what actually
they made attempts
and the efforts they made so far, and if we are unsuccessful.
We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Tola.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Mukadam Isiaka Morapa calling from Ogbomoso.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to commemorate with the families of Ajimobi. May God forgive his sin and grant him Aljana Firdaus.
Amen.
Amen.
On the issue of Aso Rock, I don't know what is wrong with Nigeria. We need to fight against this rubbish where our government are doing. Yeah. What are they doing there? So may God save us in this country. Okay. May God bless Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. We'll do for another commercial break. We'll be back.
ṣé ọ̀nà fún àyà tàbí inú rẹ̀ ń gbóná ni inú rẹ̀ ń dàrú Andrews liver salt ń gbógun ti inú kíkún àti àyà títa ní wàrà ń ṣẹ̀ṣà tí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì lọ rí dókítà rẹ o.
Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
So glad to know you're there. Welcome back. It's the conversation with Dayo and Tola already on the home stretch. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning. Oh, Mr. Falodo.
Mr. Falodo, hello.
I barely hear you.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello, good morning.
Aha, it's
Okay,
better now.
better
Please
now.
go ahead, Mr. Falodo.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Bishop Ajimobi, I think you have just said it rightly. The woman was killing. What does it happen? Killing. It happens to anybody. For me, I saw both of them as the same family, political family. Sometimes ago, Ajimobi and Dr. Joakide, they were in the same political party. That was the time period of AFPP. Dr. Joakide was doing for Senate. Ajimobi was the for the governorship then. Now, give me the deputy governor now work under Dr. Ajimobi. But that's the same thing. So, for me, I wish him a long life. What should I say? And at the same time, I wish Ajimobi happy good days. But the most important thing is that, because the Nakide should try to defeat Ajimobi with something befitting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Falodo. Really appreciate that. Facebook is loaded. Okay. Ismail Lukman say good morning, Mr. D and Tekweto. Olorun ko ni fi isile ami. Owolabi Basit Olaliko, there's God do. Okay. Whatever that means. Dejiola Ore, Mr. Diantola, good morning to you. God bless you today and forever. Ekweto, my comment is on Malawi rerun election. I want to implore judiciary to learn from what has happened and take their rightful stand in all cases. Rerun in this part of the world is to make something happen. When you hear rerun in this part, okay, but we hope things will be better. Yeah, lessons to learn from the Malawi election right there. Thank you. Abidemi Olukunle Bakare, I believe that it is unfair to increase tariff of electricity right now, and the APC constitution does not support a serving politician being the acting chairman of APC. You are an APC member, me I'm not, so I don't know their constitution. Well, so except you are a member and you have the constitution, I think it will not be fair.
Probably does.
Okay, yeah, except that it will not be fair to make that comment right here and decide. Sheyi Ogunjimi, this incessant killing in the north is getting out of hand by the bandits. I think our security architecture need to be overhauled expeditiously. Federal government should do the needful. Sheyi Ogunjimi also said, okay. I think one comment from you is enough. We'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, this is Chris from Kenneth.
Oh, nice to have you, Mr. Chris. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Just to commiserate with the Ajimobi family, the God repose the soul of the dead. And also, it is a pointer to all Nigerian politicians. You don't say today, I'm going to shout of 2023, 2020, when one is not the owner of life. We should rather draw nearer to God and do the necessary things so that we serve with human faith, we serve humanity with the fear of God, so that at the end of the day, one will be fully remembered for what he or she has contributed to the development of humanity. And finally, the electric distribution company should not increase tariff because we are not really enjoying their services in this country. Thank you and God bless.
All right, thank you so much. Abidemi Olukunle Bakare, if CBN does not act, as you said, the upward movement of the dollar would affect our economy. That is dollar inversely. Sunday, Omokaye James, good morning, Mr. Diane. The federal government should do something on the dollar. Oh, you are saying the same thing. Thank you very much. Omachi David, good morning, Mr. Diantola. Concerning the former governor saga, I want to urge Ajimobi family to be patient with the Oyo State government. Okay, thank you. Ibrahim Saleh Aruna, I say good morning, Mr. Diantola. Well done for the job. I observe that you are no more appreciating callers after each program that is mentioning names. Okay. I'm Aruna from Odora. Aruna, you, even you. Okay, we'll go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
sir.
Good morning, sir.
Afolabi Olani from Ogumoso.
Nice to have you, sir.
Afolabi.
This increase in tariffs, I am not happy about it. In Nigeria, it is a shame before. It's an offense not to be rich. The poor man is losing the battles almost in all fronts. Where is our hope? At the legislative level, the lawmakers are passing bills that only aggravate the travail of the common man instead of ameliorating it. They want to increase the bill. They are endorsing motions that exacerbate the problems of the common man instead of reducing it. How can somebody think of increasing tariff rate? At the executive level, public funds are being siphoned left, right, and center. With nothing on ground as dividend of democracy. Only God is our hope.
All right.
And we are sitting down in one corner with a consolatory attitude that maybe sooner or later it should be better. No, they.
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate you. Afolabi, sorry, that's Mr. Afolabi that just called us. Elegbede Rahman Mayowa on Facebook saying we're writing your story. We are writing our story. Says you can't imagine how people manage women in their various homes when they show their true pictures. What that wife did is just a tip of what any common woman can equally do. Rahman, are you married? If you are, okay. All right. Baba Deputy displayed maturity after all. Paola Samson. Good morning, Mr. DNT. I deeply felt bad and shattered on the demise of mid-past governor. May God console the family left behind. I love your comment on the position of the widow. You did a good analysis on it, Comrade Paola S.O. Bomosha. Our last call for today.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is okay from Ogumosho.
Nice to have you, sir.
I just want to thank the governor for the effort to reopen the school. He should continue on his program.
Okay.
I know some teachers will start today.
Yes, sir.
And by the grace of God, the children will start next week. God will continue to help him and guide him.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Okay.
You should not listen to those who are criticizing that the school should not be able.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
At the end of last week, South Africa, I decided to reopen all the social organizations.
All right.
Because of the economic situation of that country.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Okay. We have to let you go now.
It's not like Africa, but even in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your call. Isaac Agbola from Ogumosho, Alalade from Ofa, Ishola from Okaka, Okeogun, Monsura from Ogumosho, Aruna Odoru from Ogumosho, Grandma from Ilorin, Andrew from Ogumosho, Akintola from UI, Prince Adiremi from Ogumosho, Akinshala Bele from Ogumosho, Isiaka Morafa Mokadam from Ogumosho, Falodun from Kumapayo Lodo, Chris from Ikene, Ogun State, Falabi Olani also from Ogumosho, Mr. OK from Ogumosho. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Till we come away tomorrow again, I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I'm Tola.
Up next, Sport Tidbits. Don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check 7:30 a.m. and it's sport time right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. Yes, it's time to bring you up to speed with all the happenings making the rounds in the beautiful world of sport, bringing the latest, the hottest, and the juiciest news on your number one radio dial. Don't forget, this show is live on Agility FM 92.1 and Okeogun FM 96.3. My name is Boluwaji Ogumola. And don't forget, you can also listen to us online. Just visit www.bcs.tv/listen or download our mobile application on Google Play Store to listen to us and watch BCS TV anywhere you are on planet Earth. You can also check us out on Facebook and on Twitter as we are currently streaming live on those two platforms. This morning, I've got a lot of grounds to cover, most especially in England, where we had the FA Cup games, and of course, interesting results were recorded as we had the likes of Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, and Manchester City making it to the semi-finals of the oldest cup competition in the world. That's the Emirates FA Cup this morning. We also be taking a look at the Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, and the final match day in the German Bundesliga. Of course, let's hit the ground running from the home stretch this morning, talking about the better man yesterday, coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Raw. Remember, celebrated his birthday yesterday where he clocked 66, and he has been talking about how he rejected offers from Mali and Congo to sign a new deal with the Nigeria Football Federation. Raw, you remember, penned a 2-year deal last month that will see him finish as the longest serving coach in the Super Eagles history by the end of this current tenure. The 66-year-old's previous deal, which was extended ahead of the 2018 World Cup, was due to run out this very month. Under the new terms of the new deal, Raw will be expected to spend the majority of the year living in Nigeria, also take a pay cut and be paid in local currency. You remember that Kenneth Rowe previously managed the national teams of Gabon, Burkina Faso, and the Nigeria Republic before taking charge of the Super Eagles. In his words, he said they came, he said, yes, all other countries came with offers, countries like Congo, Mali, and of course he confirmed that he refused those offers so that he can complete what he has been doing with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He said, in fact, before he penned a new deal, he had already agreed verbally with the NFF that at some point the sports minister Sunday Dare intervened, and of course before you know what's going on, he signed a new deal and is looking to take the Super Eagles to greater heights. Rowe was appointed Super Eagles head coach in August of 2016. From Super Eagles, let's talk about former Super Eagles captain. Talking about Vincent Enyama this morning, where French national top side Irish club the Croix have announced that former Nigerian goalkeeper Vincent Enyama has taken up a coaching role at the club. Enyama, according to a statement by the club, will be responsible for training goalkeepers of the reserve and the under-16s of the club. Enyama left Ligue 1 club Lille back in 2018 after making 108 league appearances for the club. He trained with another Ligue 1 side Dijon in July 2019 but was not offered a contract by the club. The 37-year-old, who was recently linked with a potential transfer to South Africa, has now called time on his professional career after securing his first coaching job. We wish Enyama all the very best in this particular job, in this phase of his career. Staying with Lille in France this morning, and let's just take a trip to Lille, where Lille manager Christophe Gatla says that Victor Osimhen is yet to return to the club for pre-season training, as he is still held up in Nigeria due to travel restrictions. Osimhen, you remember, was granted compassionate leave by the club to attend his father's funeral earlier last week. The 21-year-old was expected to rejoin his teammates last Friday but could not secure a flight back to France. In the words of the coach, no, he did not come back to us on Friday. He was supposed to arrive on Friday, but he was blocked by the health crisis because the borders are closed. Osimhen is expected to leave Lille this summer with a number of European club big guns interested in the Nigerian forward. The young forward scored 18 goals and recorded 6 assists in 31 appearances for Lille last season. Some Nigerian players shone like million stars in the colors of their clubs at the weekend. Let's just take a look at two of them as Odion Jode Gallo opened the scoring for Manchester United in their Emirates FA Cup quarter-final win over Norwich 2-1. That game ended. The Gallo's goal propelled the Red Devils to the semi-finals of the competition at Wembley Stadium. The 2019 AFCON highest goal scorer has now scored on all 4 of his stats for Manchester United across all competitions. Moving to Germany, where Super Eagles striker Anthony Uja and his compatriot Suleiman Abdullahi were on the score sheet for Union Berlin in their comfortable 3-0 win over Fortuna Düsseldorf in their last match of the season. Also in Germany, Jamilo Collins featured for Paderborn. He actually played 90 minutes in that encounter as they lost 3-2 to Eintracht Frankfurt. And don't forget that this team are already down. They've been relegated from the Bundesliga, and of course we will be seeing them in the German top flight come next season. Moving on this morning, let's talk judo, where president of Nigerian Judo Federation, Prince Timothy Insrim, has bemoaned the state of sports in the country. Insrim noted that the sports system in Nigeria was nothing to write home about, as football was prioritized above other sports in the country. Let's listen to the president of Nigerian Judo Federation.
Preparation, no financing, no nothing. I will not tell our story. Our story is pathetic. Not only judo, Nigerian entire sports family, we are in trouble. The system is not working, so we need assistance. If we do not go to Olympics this year, we will prepare ourselves so that
Nigeria will likely not be parading any judoka at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, according to the president of the Nigerian Judo Federation, where explain that a lack of sufficient preparation coupled with inadequate financing might eventually cost the team a place at Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Timothy Insirim speaks further on that particular one.
Government and the state governments and local governments are doing budgets for sports, only football. Why? So our hands are tied.
We hope authorities are listening and will do something about the development of judo in this country. Moving to tennis, where Dan Evans showed why he's British #1 with an accomplished display against Kyle Edmund to win the Battle of the Brits final. Evans 30 won 6-3, 6-2 as he continued the momentum he had gathered before the professional tour was suspended back in March. This may have been an exhibition event, but the quality at the National Tennis Center has made it as competitive as possible. Earlier in the day, Cameron Norrie won the top place playoff with a 6-3, 7-5 victory over James Ward, who was a late replacement for Andy Murray after the Scot pulled out with a shin problem. Well, a couple of games played across Europe at the weekend. In the Premier League, we witnessed 2 Premier League matches, and in the English FA Cup, we had quarter-final games played and a couple of interesting results. No shocker if you ask me. And of course, we have to go on this quick break now. And when we return from this break, we will be taking a look at football games played across Europe at the weekend. Alright, before we take that break, let me quickly take a look at the FA Cup games played at the weekend. Manchester United will face Chelsea, and Arsenal will play holders Manchester City in the semi-finals of the English FA Cup. The draw features 3 of the club's 4 most successful sides, with Arsenal the record 13-time winners. United, who defeated Norwich City to reach the last 4, have won it 12 times, while Chelsea, who edged past Leicester City in the quarter-finals of the competition, have won it 8 times in their history. Both sides will be played at Wembley Stadium on the weekend of 18th and 19th of July. The final is scheduled for Saturday, the 1st of August at the same venue as the Wembley Stadium. The draw was made at halftime in the game between Manchester City and Newcastle United, which Pep Guardiola's side won by 2-0 thanks to Kevin De Bruyne penalty and a classic, a very, very classy Raheem Sterling finish.